Good evening, everybody. Bayman Steve here once again. It is Wednesday, October the 18th. Remember this old box fan that I found and recorded last week. In the last video, I believed this fan to have been made by Lakewood. And after some research and posting it on a fan forum, other fan fanatics informed me that the fan was in fact manufactured by a company by the name of Frigid, and possibly Freshendaire and Corey, which I believe to be accurate based upon the handle and switch style of these particular fans that I have seen. It was also said to have been being built by sometime throughout the 50s into the early 60s. This fan has aged very well for this 60 to 70 year old fan. It is powered by a 2-speed General Electric motor, which is controlled by a push button switch, which is still very well functional, and that is good news, because these fans with these broken switches, they're very hard to find, and you're probably just better off replacing them with a rotary switch if you even have any luck with that. So I got lucky with that one. The fan cleaned up very well. I did have to do some work with it. You see how the fan cleaned up here. The fan cleaned up very well too, by the way. However, I did have to do some modifications with it, and I'll show that to you right now. I did have to replace the power cord. As I was cleaning the fan, as I was disassembling it, I found that the cord was frayed at the bottom. Well, I hate to bring more bad news here, people. Just right when I was in the middle of started cleaning the fan, the cord here looks to be frayed. That you can see right there. Definitely cannot leave this undone. So now I'm gonna have to repair this. But that should not be a problem, because I have plenty of other replacement cords laying around. I had to take that out and replace it. And basically what I did is that I just spliced it. I did it with some tape there, and I just cut the original cord back, because I didn't have one of the replaceable connectors. So I redid it like that, and it worked. This is an inside look of the fan here, and it cleaned up very well. It was a lot more. It was a bit more dirty on the inside than it was anything else, and there's not a whole lot of rust on this fan. You see some surface rust there on the blades, but no big deal really. The front and the back guards were a little rusty, and I cleaned these up, and they turned out really nice. I just cleaned those with a steel wool pad and some soap and water and some sanding paper. I'm still thinking about whether I'll repaint these. Probably something I am not going to be able to do until another warm day again, and or probably sometime next year. But I was able to find some identification on the motor. How about that? Now we can have a good look at the motor here. Let's see if we can pick this up. Made by General Electric. So this is a General Electric motor. Okay, so there is the amp rating there. Made in Fort Wayne, Indiana, so this is American made. 3.6 amp. 15 volts. Here's the compartment over the switch. I'm going to see if I can see if we can get a look at that. Okay, so this is the switch here. Maybe I can try to get to the information. Okay, so it just so happens that I was actually able to successfully get the switch removed, as well as getting the terminals off. Really wasn't a problem. All I had to do was take these needle nose pliers here and just pull the connectors right off. So now we can have a closer look at the switch, and it was made by General Electric, good old USA made. Looks to be in really good shape too, by the way, just a little dirty. It's got some writing here. Maybe you can pick that all up. Has the amp rating and all of that other stuff on it. It is a little stiff there, but I really don't see it being a problem. The green, I do believe, is the high, the red is the low, and that is the offsetting. Pretty cool. There are the terminals connected there, and they're still in really good shape. Switch was in even better condition than what I thought it would be. Nothing was rotted or crusted. The wiring is still in really good shape. Pretty sure that this is all original. You can see the original cord there from where I had to cut it back and splice it. Have a look at the blade set here. Those are the weights that are welded onto the blade for balance. They are just the two weights here on the two blades. This blade was very well made. They put a lot of effort into this fan. This is not particularly light either. Definitely has some weight to it. However, unfortunately, I did have an accident with the front guard as I was getting it removed. The two hooks here that hook into the cabinet have broken off, so I basically just have these two wires holding it into place. That'll be a temporary fix until I can find something to fix it with. And I think that where I went wrong with this, you see these two little clamps on the bottom. I think that the way of getting these off is that you just have to unloosen these, and then you just pull it down, and then you pull up on the tab, and then you just try to take it off without wrecking the guard. And you just tighten them up, and then the less friction, and then it kind of locks it into place. So I figured that out at the last minute. I oiled the fan after I cleaned it. I have been using this pretty much ever since I brought it home. This is a very good. This fan has a very good performance to it, as well as quality. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna plug the fan up now, and I'll go ahead and I'll give you a demonstration of it running. Okay, so I do believe that the green is the high speed and the red is the low and the white is off. I am sure that there was a switch plate here at one point and maybe it just faded away over time, but I do intend to make one. Maybe I'll just make one out of a stencil to make for it. But anyway, let's go ahead and fire this up now. Let's start off on the we'll start off on the low speed. It does have a slow startup on the low speed. It is a little noisy, but I think that may have something to do with the front guard there. Okay, let's go ahead and kick it up to high now. Fan is very quiet. It's putting out a good volume of air. If you ask me, this startup sound is very similar to some of the older patent fans that I have seen. These are good sleeping fans too, by the way. Has a really cool wind down sound on it too. Okay, let's turn it back up to high. Okay, go ahead and we'll turn it off and we'll get a spin down. It's indeed a pretty neat runner. I am not unimpressed with this fan. I was very happy to have gotten it. Does have a good spin down time to it. This is particularly a fan of nighttime use. And it really wasn't that long ago since I oiled it, so yeah. I'm gonna see if I can let's get a startup sound off of this now. Start off on the low speed. Okay, and now the high. Okay. I am very happy with the way this turned out. Another fan to add to my collection, and so it shall be with me for a long time. Well, there you have it, everybody. There is my 16-inch 2-speed 1950s Phoenix frigid box fan. I hope that you all have enjoyed, and that'll do it for now, and have a good one. Fan measures to be about 16 inches. It's probably it's about 18 inches being mounted on the stand, but it's 16 with the fan itself.